Something wicked is brewing in Salem. A shooter still walks free. A truth remains buried. And now, one man may pay the ultimate price. Leo Stark's final moments may be near, and with them, the darkest conspiracy in Days of Our Lives history could be unleashed. Today, we dive deep into one of the show's most dangerous mysteries. Who shot E.J. DiMera? What secret does Leo know? And how far will Salem's most ruthless characters go to keep the truth hidden? Let's break it all down. It started with a gunshot. A single, thunderous moment that shattered the walls of the DiMera mansion, and nearly ended one of Salem's most powerful legacies. E.J. DiMera, known for his ruthless business tactics, DiMera lineage, and complicated personal history, was left bleeding and unconscious. The attack launched a chilling mystery that still grips Salem. And now, as E.J. slowly recovers from a near-fatal coma, the only thing more painful than the wound is not knowing who pulled the trigger. His mind remains a fog of broken images, echoes of footsteps, blurred shadows, a flash of metal. A figure looms in his memory, but the identity is always just out of reach. So now, E.J. is on a mission. Not just to heal, not just to reclaim his power, but to hunt down the person who tried to kill him. For viewers who followed E.J. from the beginning, this moment is the culmination of years of turmoil. He entered Days of Our Lives in 2006 under the name E.J. Wells, a charming British race car driver with a mysterious past. But the truth soon unraveled. He was in fact E.J. DiMera, the son of the infamous Stefano DiMera and the wildly unpredictable Susan Banks. And with that bloodline came a legacy of manipulation, control, and enemies. Enemies that would eventually come back with a gun. Over the years, E.J. has made countless enemies, former lovers, spurned business partners, betrayed allies. But perhaps the most painful suspect is someone who once shared his name, his own son. All signs, at least for now, point to one chilling possibility. Johnny DiMera may have tried to kill his father. On the surface, it's unthinkable. Johnny has always struggled to reconcile his place in the DiMera family, but could that struggle have turned deadly? What changed everything was the discovery of a devastating secret. Johnny learned the truth about his conception, a truth long buried under years of family lies. His mother, Sammy Brady, had been forced into a non-consensual encounter with E.J., a traumatic, horrifying event that Sammy never shared, not even with the child born from it. Instead, she built a life with E.J. She buried the truth, raising Johnny in the shadow of a man who believed he was loved and trusted. But when Johnny uncovered that truth, his world shattered. The betrayal wasn't just about E.J.'s actions. It was about the years of silence, the lies, the falsehoods that shaped his very identity. In the days that followed, tension between father and son escalated. There were arguments, distance, coldness. And then, the shooting. Is it a coincidence? Or is Johnny's rage the missing piece of the puzzle? The mystery deepened when E.J., searching through his belongings, rediscovered a memory card from a security camera he had dismissed months ago. What he saw changed everything. Footage showed Johnny, holding a gun, pointing it directly at E.J. But there's a critical distinction that can't be ignored. He was pointing, not firing. Was it a moment of reckless anger? Was he issuing a threat? Or was he being set up? In Salem, appearances are dangerous. The truth often hides behind layers of misdirection. And Johnny, as emotionally fragile as he may be, might not be the one who pulled the trigger. After all, someone could have used his outburst as the perfect smokescreen. Could there have been another figure in the room that night? Another DiMera enemy? A rival looking for revenge? A puppet master, pulling strings while Johnny took the blame? E.J. wants answers, but the closer he gets, the more dangerous it becomes, not just for himself, but for everyone connected to this twisted family tree. Because in Salem, blood may be thicker than water, but it can also stain your hands forever. As E.J. DiMera delves deeper into the mystery of his own attempted murder, Another player has entered the game, one far less discreet, and far more reckless. That player is Leo Stark. Since bursting into Salem in 2018, Leo has built a reputation as a walking scandal. He's flirted, manipulated, lied, and blackmailed his way into the inner circles of the town's most powerful families. At times, he's been hilarious. At others, downright dangerous. But one thing has always been true: Leo doesn't know when to back off. Now, with EJ's shooting dominating the headlines and the rumor mill spinning out of control, Leo sees an opportunity, a chance to score the biggest story of his gossip column career. But this isn't just a juicy scandal. It's a life and death investigation. And Leo is poking around exactly where he shouldn't be. He's been spotted lurking around the DiMera mansion, pressing staff for details, tracking movements, and asking questions no civilian should be asking. His obsession with finding out who shot EJ isn't just personal, it's professional. He wants the scoop, but he may also want the spotlight. That's when it all starts to unravel. In a tense moment, Leo is caught rifling through Gabby Hernandez's purse, and not just by anyone. By Gabby herself. Furious and suspicious, she publicly accuses Leo of stealing the missing memory card, the very one EJ believes holds surveillance footage of the shooting. The accusation sends shockwaves. Could Leo have the card? Is he hiding it for leverage, or just trying to sell the story to the highest bidder? Leo, of course, denies everything. He spins his usual web of excuses and misdirection. But this time, no one's laughing. Not Gabby, not Kristen, not even Salem's usual bystanders. And here's where things get even more dangerous. Gabby is already on the suspect list. And Kristen DiMera, with her long history of manipulation and cover-ups, is no stranger to eliminating threats. Both women have reasons to want Leo out of the picture, especially if they believe he's seen something he shouldn't have. For Leo, the stakes have never been higher. What began as a gossipy side quest has turned into a deadly investigation, and now he's not just chasing the truth, he's running from it. As the tension escalates, the question no one in Salem wants to ask becomes the only one that matters: will Leo Stark be silenced before he can expose the truth? He's always played with fire, taunting criminals, exposing secrets, laughing in the face of danger. But now, that fire is licking at his heels. Because if Leo truly has the memory card, or even just knows who does, then he's sitting on the one piece of evidence that could blow the entire case wide open. And that makes him a liability. A threat. A target. He's already made enemies with the DiMeras. Now, if he continues to dig, he risks becoming the next victim in a string of cover-ups that's starting to look bloodier by the day. In a town where power is everything, and truth is often the first casualty, Leo is discovering the hard way that curiosity isn't just dangerous, it's fatal. So what happens next? Will Leo become Salem's next headline, a gossip columnist murdered for knowing too much? Or will someone, maybe Johnny, maybe Chad, maybe even EJ himself, step in before it's too late? The race is on. The stakes are rising. And if Leo makes one wrong move, his story won't just be buried, it'll be erased. Forever. So now, as the dust temporarily settles in Salem, the only thing that's certain is that nothing is safe. Will EJ DiMera finally uncover the truth and get the justice he so desperately craves? Or will his obsession with revenge tear apart what little remains of his fractured family, and cost him everything? Can Johnny DiMera clear his name before suspicion, guilt, and fear consume him? Or is he already trapped in a web too tangled to escape? And what about Leo Stark, Salem's most flamboyant truth-seeker? Will he manage to survive long enough to expose what he knows? Or will someone with everything to lose make sure Leo's last headline is written in blood? One thing's for sure, the secrets are multiplying, and the closer the truth gets to the surface, the more dangerous it becomes. In a town where alliances shift like shadows and every friendly face might be hiding a knife, trust is a liability. And secrets? They're not just buried, they're protected with blood. How many more lives will be shattered before the truth about EJ's shooting is finally exposed? How many more lies will be told, just to delay the inevitable? This is Days of Our Lives at its most explosive, twisted loyalties, dark motivations, and a mystery that could detonate the entire Demera dynasty. Thank you for joining us for this in-depth spoiler breakdown. If you're captivated by the chaos, theories, and emotional fallout unfolding in Salem, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more exclusive updates, character deep dives, and future shockers. Until next time, stay curious, stay cautious, and most of all, stay tuned.